the way that the Mets have been treating their ticket holders, which I have been for the past few years. I've secured 15-game plans, 13-game plans for the past few years. Last year I had two 15-game plans in the upper deck at Citi Field. And I guess to kick this off, I'll just read verbatim what I wrote this morning on the Mets message board, which has gotten some interest. Over 1,000 people have looked at this in the past day. I've had responses from about 50 people, so hopefully this catches some interest. So here we go. The Mets have been flat out disrespecting the fan base for years with their limited and strict ticket policies. For starters, the majority of teams, including the New York Yankees in the MLB, offer discounts from regular season game prices for purchasing season tickets. The Mets simply multiply regular game prices by 81, and that's the plan for the year. I guess let's start there. So the Mets, as I said, say a game is $25, the average ticket price. They'll literally just multiply that by 81, and that's what they'll charge the season ticket holder. But it gets better. They charge you a service fee on top of that. So not only are you paying the same price as if you were to buy all 81 games individually, but you're paying more because you got to pay a damn service fee to the New York Mets for handling your tickets.
So basically, you're better off buying a ticket to all your 2 games.
Yeah, you really are.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
It's crazy. Every other team in the major leagues that I know of, even the Yankees, offers you a discount off of the face value of the ticket if you buy all 81 games. Mm-hmm. So let's continue.
Personally, I got discounted. Yeah, and I bought it was 15 games.
You bought a 12-game plan.
12-game plan.
I think he bought a 12-game plan. He's a Yankee fan. He bought a 12-game plan. The New York Yankees gave him a discount on his 12-game plan. It wasn't a huge discount. I mean, we're not talking about 50% off.
The seats weren't great, but I mean, whatever. It was good.
We're not talking about 50% off. We're talking about a few bucks just to make the plan holders feel valued. Mm-hmm. And the Yankees do it for their fans. The Mets do not. Let's continue here with what I have. The 15-game plans that the Mets offer are an utter joke. The Sunday plan, which this year has been named the Sunday Plus plan, is made up of 33% weekday games.
That's ridiculous.
So the Sunday plan, 1/3 of the games are weekdays, and last year, no, that was the opening day plan. Last year, the opening day plan had 3 day games, but the Sunday plan limits the buyer to only 10 of the 13 Sunday games, and it's ridiculous. You buy a Sunday plan, and you can't even go to all the Sunday games. They don't let you go to the last Sunday game of the year. It's really just absurd.
Oh, okay.
Going on to the other plan they offer a 40-game plan. The 40-game plan, so with the 40-game plan, you're buying half of the season, half of the Major League Baseball games, and neither of the 40-game plans that the New York Mets offer allow you to go to opening day.
Really?
Yes. Neither one. So you buy 40 baseball games, and you cannot go to opening day.
But what do you mean cannot? I don't understand that. Like, what does that mean, cannot go to opening day?
So the 40 games...
It's just not offered to you.
Yeah, the 40-game plan, it works by they do a Plan A and Plan B. Plan A will start on Game 2, and it'll alternate every other game. Mm-hmm. Plan B will start on Game 3. You'll have Game 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Mm-hmm. Neither one has Game 1.
Really?
Yeah. They purposely leave out Game 1.
Wow.
You buy 50% of the season, and you don't go to opening day.
That's pretty ridiculous.
It's disgraceful. It's disgusting.
Wow.
All right, and this might be the thing that really grinds my gears the most.
You know what grinds my gears?
One of the biggest complaints I have here is that last year and in the past few years, I'm very proactive with my tickets because I love having good seats for these games. I call the Mets. I make sure I have the best possible seats. And last year, I buy the seats literally the day that I can possibly renew. The first day that a plan holder can renew his seats, I buy them. They put me, after finagling with them for days, they put me in section 520, which is slightly past third base, I believe, and Citi Field in the upper deck, in the last row. So I bought 30 games on the first day you could possibly buy them and was in the last row in a decent section. But less than a quarter through the season, I go on Mets.com. They're still offering 15-game plans, which are now only like 12-game plans because they've already played 3 of the games. And you can buy better seats than I had originally purchased on the first day.
Really?
So what they do is they hold these better seats for the season ticket holders, which I kind of agree with, and then they release them later on in the year to whoever the hell wants them.
Right.
But, I mean, I have a plan for 5 years now. Give me the best seats I can get.
Yeah.
The way I see it, if you're a new plan holder, whatever, screw them. Put them in the corner of the outfield. But I've been with the team for 5 years. You got to have some sort of loyalty to your most loyal customers here.
Well, the one thing I have to say to your argument, it's not right what they're doing, but it goes to the fans. Because if they've done this for 5 years, and they've gotten how many million people each year to come, and they're making X amount of dollars, they're not going to change it. So if every year they screw the fans over with no opening day, but people still buy the 40-game packages anyway, but they're just upset about it, they have no desire to change it. Unless Met fans come together, make a stand, and stop buying the ticket packages.
I mean, is that really going to happen? I mean,
it's not going to happen. But I'm saying, like, if you're the owner of the Mets, right, and you make all this money because you're not offering opening day and you're holding seats for one way, everything you're saying right now, and the fans continue to buy them, they're not going to give you discounts out of the goodness of their heart. They're going to do it to try to get people to come to the game. But if people are coming to the games, they don't care. That's why ticket prices could be like if the Yankees could charge $500 a ticket for the worst seat in the stadium, and people are still going to come and buy that seat. They're not going to go, well, I feel bad because it's a bad seat. They're going to keep charging that amount of money.
This is where I agree with your argument, and a lot of people brought that up here on the Mets message boards. But my argument to that is I actually don't have a problem with the ticket prices at all. I think the prices are fair. I mean, the average price for an upper deck seat for the Mets is about $25. It's probably about $27 for the Yankees. The Yankees just won the World Series. The Mets are in a brand new stadium, just like the Yankees.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
The Mets have the second highest payroll in the major leagues. The tickets should be about that price. I think it's a fair price, but it's just a matter of giving the season ticket holders a little bit of courtesy. I mean, why not have a day where the season ticket holders can go on the field? Just take a picture on the damn field. Or if you don't want to do that, if you want to keep your nice grass all pristine, how about you send every season ticket holder, I'm not even talking about 15-game plan holders here, I'm talking about the entire season, just send them an upgrade pair of tickets for one game. It's a random shitty game, a Pirates game on a Wednesday afternoon. Send them field box tickets to one game.
Yeah.
Why not?
I agree with that. Or maybe do something that like when they don't sell out to one of those crappy games, they just give you tickets.
Definitely.
You know? Like maybe they do something like, let's say an hour or two before the game, and they see like a bunch of these seats aren't filled.
Move them down.
Yeah, or for those seats, the people who have season ticket plans, if they're not going to be filled anyway, they could only make money by having more people in the stadium.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point though. I mean, what incentive do the Wilpons and the front office have to change in their policies? I mean, this year they filled the park with 93% capacity. It was one of the most populated parks in major leagues this year.
93%?
93%. But you got to remember, Citi Field is a small stadium as well.
But I mean, that's pretty impressive.
It was higher than the Yankees.
That's impressive. That's impressive because the Mets were out of it. End of summer, not even before that, midsummer.
Well, a lot of those were preseason sales. The Mets this year brought in 3.2 million fans, which is actually, I believe, down from last year. The Mets were close to 4 million last year. Only 6 teams had more fans.
Oh, but you were talking about percentage of filling the...
Yeah.